I'm going to read from the middle of the story. The story begins with the main character is an adult with his wife going by a new house. And while they're looking through the house, they go into the basement. And the basement has this musty, dank smell to it. And the main character, the narrator, has a panic attack and has to run upstairs, run outside, get away from it, and has a flashback to a traumatic event from his childhood. So as a child, about 12 years old, he idolizes his older brother, Greg, who will be nicknamed as Muscles in here because he likes to wear cut-off t-shirts. And Greg is not a great older brother. Greg's best friend is Jack, and Jack is a real bad influence. And one day, Greg and Jack decided that they're going to break into a house that they think is abandoned, and they're going to bring the main character along with them and have threatened him to say nothing about what's about to happen. The main character agrees. He's going to be cool about it. So I'm going to begin right when they're breaking into the house. Jack worked at the door frame. He's got a crowbar. Jack worked at the door frame. Old wood cracked and rusty nails pulled loose. Then the door popped open and banged against the counter. We hurried into a small kitchen, shutting the door behind us. Faded wallpaper peeled away from the wall, and the leaky faucet beat a steady, hollow rhythm at the sink. We crossed into the living room, the dirty bay window casting enough light to make out a battered old couch facing a small TV. To the right, a narrow hallway led to the bedrooms. Jack grabbed the back of my neck and walked me to the window. "Stay here. You fucking see anybody? You scream like a bitch getting her cherry popped." "Yeah, okay." I yanked myself free of Jack's grip. He and Greg headed down the hall. I focused on the street, pulling my eyes to work at a higher level. The leaky faucet kept up its beat, and I tried to tune it out. What I saw was all that mattered. I even fought the need to blink. I was the lookout and could not screw this up. They're counting on me to be cool. A hand, larger and stronger than Jack's, seized my throat and pulled me backwards. Terror overwhelmed everything, even the urge to scream. Fingertips squeezed my windpipe. I gasped, inhaling the smell of aftershave and takeout food. Something, page down.
Subtle segue.
Yes.
Sorry, I just lost my spot. Something impossibly hard pushed at my temple. "I got the boy!" a baritone voice shouted. "Come out of there!" Greg appeared at the mouth of the hallway, Jack behind him. "Don't hurt him," Greg said, eyes wide. "Do what I tell you, and I won't." Whatever it was released from my temple. A hand holding a pistol entered my field of vision. It motioned to a door in the hallway. "Open it." "Just call the cops," Greg said. "We can't." The hand squeezed my throat again. "Open the door, Muscles." I struggled to take a breath, clawing at the hand around my throat. It was too big and strong to pry loose. Greg half turned to find the handle. Hinges squeaked as he pulled it open. "Down." Jack's eyes brightened with anger. "I ain't going in no fucking..." Stars popped in front of me. "I can't." The gun pressed against my head, and again I cried out. "Get down those stairs," the voice said, "or I'll shoot him, then you two." "Okay," Greg said, putting up a conciliatory hand. "Don't hurt him. Let him go. We'll do whatever you say." "Hey, fuck that," Jack blurted. He stepped forward, fingers pointing at Greg and me. "This was their idea." "Shut up, Jack," Greg said. Darkness pressed at the edges of my vision. The gun pointed back at Jack and Greg. "Last chance, boys. No more bullshit." "Okay," Greg said, one hand still raised. He looked at me before disappearing from view. Stairs groaned as he descended. "I had nothing," Jack began. "Shut it, Blondie," the voice said. He motioned with the gun for Jack to follow. With Jack and Greg out of sight, the hand released my throat. I whooped in a half a breath before being shoved between my shoulder blades. Raw panic seized me, and I charged down the cellar stairs, barely keeping my feet under me. Hinges shrieked when the door slammed, spiking my panic. My feet tangled. I was falling. Greg caught me before I hit the floor. "Easy," he told me as I got to my feet. Cold fear rose in my gut. Tears burst from my eyes. "I'm sorry," I gasped. "I didn't hear him." "Just take it easy." Jack, a few feet away, said to me, "You said no one..." "Shut up, Jack," Greg told him. Footsteps moved through the house above us. I caught my breath, inhaling the basement's dank, musty smell. It was completely empty. No tables, shelves, or tools. Not even a light bulb. The two small windows high up on the front wall at ground level cast the only light. I wiped my tears away, fighting to stay calm as Jack and Greg seemed to be. The cellar door creaked open and I froze. "All right, fuckheads," the man yelled. "Back against the wall where I can see you." Greg stood in front of me. backing me backward until my back pressed against the cold, uneven wall. Silverman came down the stairs slowly, steps moaning under his weight. His slacks were cinched tightly around his waist, pressing a roll of flap up and over his belt. The fabric of his shirt stretched against his skin, barely able to contain the bulk beneath it. A thick, pasty neck oozed up from the collar, supporting a round head covered in wisps of thinning black hair. Round, wire-rimmed glasses perched on a narrow nose. In each of his chubby hands he held a pistol, barrels lowered. One was a semi-automatic, the other a small, snub-nosed revolver. Before Silverman could speak, Jack was at him again. I hate
Wow.
Out of character. You better let us go. He almost managed to mask his fear. Silverman smirked. Or what? This is kidnapping, Brother explained. His voice was even, like he believed he could talk his way out of it. We're minors. And we'll tell the cops you molested us, Jack added. There's not going to be any cops. This is between you and me. I've seen you kids before. I've seen you snooping around when you think I'm not home. Never thought you'd have the balls to break in. Just call the cops, Greg said. But you made your point. Not even close, muscles. Silverman placed the revolver at his feet. I'm sick of you, of kids like you. No respect, no sense of responsibility. Everything is a fucking game. So we're going to play a game of our own. It's when the SS fought my father and his two brothers in the Warsaw Ghetto. The Nazis had enough space in a truck for 2 men. So the SS officer gave them a Luger with 1 bullet. He told them one of them would make a choice, and that choice was which of the other 2 would shoot the third. So that's what you 3 are going to do. One of you is going to die. The other 2 can walk out of here, but one of you will be a killer, and then the other will live with the guilt of making that choice. And you shoot yourself. Do that, and I'll kill the other 2. Don't play the game, I'll kill all of you. Any questions? I was too terrified to speak. You can't be serious, Jack said. Pull the trigger and find out, Blondie. Silverman told the revolver. 1 bullet. He backed up the cellar stairs. The basement door closed, then a sound like something heavy being dragged across the floor.